Hello everyone and welcome to the Power 9 Podcast. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside the future pro, Alfian Put,
Hey guys.
the magic god, Cass Egg,
What's up, guys?
and the luckiest man in the room, Jacob Cole.
Hi, good
Yeah,
to join.
you have the luck of the gods, like
The
just
gods died.
somehow. Yeah, gods die. Well, yeah, but they died and then they gave him all the luck because you keep the sketchiest of hands and you
That's
make
true.
the sketchiest of players. But yeah,
No, absolutely. I played 7 pods of the pre-release, and I essentially opened, a lot of the great bombs, mostly on color. I think out of 7 pods, I went 3-0 on 5,
holy shit.
2-1 on 1, and then 1-2 on a bad pod. So I did have some bad luck.
Yeah.
But I suppose
Some.
if you play enough times, then you're gonna pick up bombs sometime, right?
Yeah, but not all the time, man.
That's true. That's true. You're just salty because I beat your god and
God damn it.
your various mythics with 1 glory bringer. So
Stupid Glory Bringer. Glory Bringer sucks.
if there's anything to learn about this format is that glory bringer is still legit
Yeah.
Glory Bringer always
no
legit.
joke,
and
no
beats
joke, yeah.
gods essentially.
Yeah, it beats Mythics. How about that? Okay, so yeah, glad to have you on the show. And if you are just tuning in, or if you just if you are new to the show, this is the Power 9 Podcast. Remember, you can find new episodes every week on power9podcast.com, on mtgcast.com, as well as on iTunes. Okay, we're gonna this week's episode is all about the pre-release and our pre-release
yeah.
experience. So it's like it's a extended my week in Magic, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like every episode, we always start off the show, and now we're gonna end off the show with my week in Magic. So, how many pre-release pods do we all play?
0.
1.
You didn't play at all.
Yep.
I played 1.
You played one.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
I played 4, which is why I guess that's why we got Jacob on. That's why you're here, because you make up for the.
But we don't have.
Great. I also played a draft last night, so I guess that
Oh,
adds more
okay,
credibility.
So, so let's talk about the pre-release. You played 1 pod. What do you open? Alfian, let's start with you.
Alright. So I opened the Nimble Obstructionist,
Oh gosh,
the cycle and
Flash, right? It's like the 3 mana 2/1 Flash guy.
Yeah.
It's got Flash, right?
but that's not really important, I feel.
That's
Yeah.
very
You cycle
Yeah,
it.
That's
You
the
cycle
bad
it.
shit.
You cycle and counter trigger abilities. That's alright, I guess. Trigger or activated abilities.
Uh-huh.
It's like Stifle, but you draw a card.
It's
It's a bad stifle.
a bad, yeah.
No,
It's like 2
not.
mana. No, it's like Stifle tagged on to like what's the one thing twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3
So-
mana.
That's
is
not
like-
so bad. I mean, things.
It's
Okay.
okay for standard,
okay,
but
yeah.
it's overall.
It's
If you had to
Yeah.
choose to play it, I wouldn't. In constructed, but limited, yes, probably.
Yeah, it's a 3. I mean, it's
Yeah.
3 mana 2/1 flyer. Like
3-1.
Yeah,
2-1, 2-1.
A 3/1.
3-1 fly.
It's a 3-1.
Holy
3/1
shit.
for
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
That's
No,
decent.
that's good.
Yeah, that's
That's
alright.
actually good.
I mean, for the stats, 3-1 is fine. 3-2 might be a bit broken because like Resplendent, Agony, and like,
No, you like
a couple
that-
removals do 1 to all.
Yeah,
So-
the
Yeah.
even what's that guy? Even that even initiate or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
3/2 for 4 mana. Like this is 3/1 for 3 mana and with
I think
flash.
just flyers in
Yeah,
limited, the both limiteds are rare, so they don't have like
Yeah.
high toughness, so they make it slightly easier to remove, or if needed to chump, they die slightly easier, so they become more valuable.
Yeah.
It's
I
quite
think-
balanced.
It's very similar to the modal cards in that if you want to beat her in the air very quickly, you have it. Alternatively, if you want to hang on and try and counter something, which you probably wouldn't in limited, but maybe in standard, then you have that optionality. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It was
So-
also off color.
It was also off. So what else was in the pool?
Then you open Lily.
Lily?
You open a Liliana?
I did open a Liliana. Wait, no, did I? Yeah, I did.
Was that in your prize pack or?
Nope,
no?
it was in my draft. But whenever I slam on the table, okay, that's the worst part. I opened Liliana, but somehow the rest of my pool sucked.
Okay.
So the reanimate effect was near useless. It just became enter the battlefield, put a zombie, and then
no, and even worse, it actually mills you 2, right?
that's alright. I don't mind that. The worst part is right. I get a zombie. Just it does nothing against his like gods. I played against gods in all my rounds.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That kinda
God's a
sucks.
bomb. Pretty much, if you open a God, it's game over.
It's pretty hard to
mostly.
deal with. I mean, like,
I think Locust in Limited is not that great, but the Scarab and Scorpion.
Agreed.
Yeah, Scarab
Scarab
is-
and Scorpion.
Scar-
Like, Scarab's kind of gross.
I
Yeah.
couldn't deal with the Scarab.
Yeah.
I would rank them Scarab as number 1,
Yeah.
followed by the Scorpion in limited, followed by the
Locust.
Locust. I actually managed to play the Locust God and got beaten with it on the field. So someone
Ouch.
puncturing
Yeah, that's-
blew it. So
Puncturing blow.
puncturing blow. The,
What does that do?
5 damage to target creature.
Oh,
and
right,
exile it so it can't come back to your hand.
Oh.
The other thing, which is kind of funny, is that the Scorpion God. Actually, I'm not sure if the Scarab God as well, but the Scorpion God and the Locust God all pretty much die to a Gear Hulk, which I find funny thematically.
Why did he die to Gearhawk?
As in just
It's 5/6.
toughness.
Yeah.
So machines can kill gods, apparently.
Yeah, but there's no machines on Amon Cat, man.
Yeah.
If there were machines on Amon Cat, I think Nico Bolas would have just like, alright guys, get the excavator.
Wait, have you seen Emerald Tendris?
What?
Because Emerald Tendris
Oh,
can
yeah.
kill gods. Because 5/7, right?
She's 5'7", yeah, she's fat.
Yeah.
She's fat.
You should
Fair.
you should
She
look up the
gains a lot,
card
right?
Emerald Tendris and that's slightly worse than a machine beating a god. Because that's like a
She's like
Petite
7
elf.
mana, dude.
petite elf
elf.
beating a god.
She's not petite, man. She's got
As in-
she
yeah,
got
yeah.
the chest.
What?
Yeah.
She got them. She
You
got
can
the
you,
cleavage,
you,
yeah.
you can be petite and still have chests.
You can look up the card.
I can't
No, no,
spell.
she's not petite at all, man. She's curvy, like
Yeah, but
everywhere curvy, and then when she sits down, even more curves.
Hey
It's a
man.
lot.
I have
Yeah.
to say though,
So imagine that.
it was good of them to print removal that could kill gods.
Oh yeah,
because
definitely.
in the same set. Because I remember one game I was playing Grixis against another guy who was playing Grixis, and he dropped the Scorpion God, and I thought I had the game under control. Luckily I had a puncturing blow, so instead of casting what I wanted to cast, which was Nicol Bolas in my hand, I ended up casting a puncturing blow, destroying his Scorpion God, and then casting Nicol Bolas the next turn, which pretty much was a game over. So.
Casually dropping that I have a Nicol Bolas in my pod.
No, but I like that you didn't like Nicol Bolas and then try to steal the god, because like when it dies, it will go back to his hand. It will go back to your opponent's hand, and it's not like
Can you steal the god with Nicol Bolas? I don't think you can, right?
You gain control of target creature, right? Nicol Bolas. The new one, yeah.
I'm not sure if that's on the text.
God Pharaoh, yeah. Nicol Bolas, God Pharaoh. So the minus 4 ability. Oh no. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but I guess my thinking around getting rid of the Scorpion God was, even though I could have cast Bolas straight up and start using card advantage on him, the Scorpion God opens up too many options of the counters, and so it might make defending Bolas very difficult, even though it comes in at ostensibly 9 loyalty if you plus it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, that's true.
So good.
Mm.
Well, anyway, yeah, you still open a Nicol Bolas, so yeah.
Yeah,
whatever,
I suppose you would
How many
know
do you
the
open?
abilities on a Nicol Bolas if you opened it, but if you didn't, like you probably make that mistake.
man.
Haha.
Oh, okay. wow.
Wait, Jacob, how many do you open?
I opened just the one. I was very lucky
Just
still.
one.
Just one.
But I did open 2 Glory Bringers across 2 different
Yeah,
pods.
God damn it, man! Like Glory
Whoa.
Bringers just like win you games.
It's
like,
a winner.
Full stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally lost. Like the only game I met you in, I literally just lost to Glory Bringer. It hit the battlefield, swung, and I died. And then the other game, it hit the battlefield, it swung, and then like the next turn, I died. Yay!
That sounds
That's
tragic.
That's a.
What were you playing?
So I was playing like some nut Jun. Was it Jun?
It was John, and it was a very good deck. I remember there being a Scorpion God in it, the green Matriarch bird, which
the
takes
Myriarch, that takes on all the abilities of all the guys. And there was a Hazoret as well.
Hazoret as well.
Wow.
And then I managed to squeeze in, I think, another 2 rares. So yeah, it's pretty. It's
So you're
a pretty
playing
nice
a
deck.
lot of good stuff.
Yeah, it was good
I do
stuff.
recall, though, in one of our practice matches before we started, you cast a Hazoret, and I managed to deal with it by casting a Trial of
Oh,
Ambition.
Gosh.
So
God damn. God
I had just a
damn.
lot of luck and answers.
God's proving that once again they can't even pass their own trials.
No, they can't pass the other God's trials.
Oh, that's
because
true.
that's Hazoret, and after that you face against what's that?
Bontu?
Yeah, Bontu.
Uh,
Yeah, but Bontu is so weak.
that's
It's
true.
like a prissy, like some prissy kid. It's like- anyway, so Alvian, how do you do in your
0-3 drop.
Alright.
Or 0-2 drop, but
Yeah,
yeah.
good job.
Actually, I went in with like 2 guys. I went to Gideon and I went my brother Ryan.
Uh-huh.
We all went.
Gideon, man. I haven't seen Gideon in a long
Yeah. That's why I decided to play that pod so I could hang out with him.
Oh, okay.
We all went 0-2 drop, so we all left the shop early.
I don't think this was planned though.
That it wasn't planned.
Like all of you like pakat, right? It's like,
Yeah, we all
we're
got
gonna 0-2 and we're gonna drop in protest and just walk off, drop the mic, and just like leave.
Yeah.
Starting to sound that all the limited is like the KDK format draft, where your pools for limited sealed at least is bomb dependent.
Yeah.
Your bombs and removals are very vital to your pool. No matter, so it's not like Amon Cat where you can make subpar creatures.
And then like
Look
use
good.
a lot of synergy in your
Yeah.
deck, right?
Because like there are specific answers to specific situations, like
Yeah.
Trial of Solidarity for early god. I mean the Trial of Bontu, to sack a
yeah,
creature,
the sack a creature.
and Puncturing Blows for god. So it feels like the seal at least feels very luck based.
Yeah, I know. It feels like we're going back to that period of time where KTK was also, you know, if you open up a good dragon like that you know, you got it. It also reminds me of what's after BFZ?
OGW?
Yeah, OGW. OGW draft was OGW sealed was horrible because if you didn't open like you know, BFZ, you had bombs in uncommon. You had like Ulamog's champion or something like that. You basically have big stuff in
You
uncommon.
have like 4 runner of Slaughter for aggro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A couple
You know.
more of random stuff.
So and then when you transition to like OGW, like you don't have those uncommon bombs anymore. And then you're just reliant on those last 2 packs.
Yeah.
And the limited format was just so it was just hard. It was really hard. If you didn't open up a bomb, like you'd be wrecked.
Very RNG dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels this way too. I don't know what you feel.
I
about
generally agree, but what I will say is that I think they've printed a lot of answers I mentioned before.
Yeah.
Which makes me okay. So even if you come up with a bomb, as long as I've got a puncturing blow in my hand, I don't really care about your god. The other great thing is that puncturing blow is at common rarity.
Oh
So
yeah.
There's a truckload of removal in red and black in this
Yeah.
format right now. So aside from Amonkhet's Magma Spray, Electrify, you now have in red Puncturing Blow, Abrade, Open Fire.
You get that one that puts like 3 -1/-1 counters on a guy.
Wait, what
and
was that?
Make him sacrifice what?
Torment of Venom.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
that's
Oh
one.
yeah. I
So
remember
good.
that.
You
Like-
got Lethal Sting, put a -1 counter and destroy creature.
Yeah, they destroy
Oh, that's
the
pretty
creature,
good.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
this is another one that I actually just discovered, and I played it. So it's a black-white split card. It's a rare, but I actually played it in a green-blue deck, and I still managed to cast it.
Wait, what?
Grind to dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
That one's
essentially,
really good. Oh my god.
when you grind 1 colorless, 1 black, you put 2 -1/-1 cards on 2 different creatures.
Wow.
And then
okay.
I think you cast 4 casting costs with 1 white in there, and you exile all creatures with a -1 counter on it.
Any number of creatures with -1
So
counter.
you can choose. Okay.
Yeah, your stuff stay.
Okay.
His stuff goes.
Oh, that's
And
good.
So
Yeah.
the one benefit I'd say is like while it is pretty damn bomb dependent, like there's a lot of
there's
answers.
a lot of
in the
removal,
format.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
even green got a fantastic one in Abrade, which is an instant speed 3 to cast removal, right?
Isn't a braid red?
No, Ambuscade.
Sorry, Ambuscade. Ambuscade.
Oh,
Ambuscade
right.
is hilarious.
Oh yeah, Ambuscade. Yeah.
This set, right? If we're ever going to team draft, I know we're probably going to set up for another team draft. How do you guys do the other day, by the way? Yesterday?
Oh, we went 7-2 against them.
It went like every other team draft. My other 2 teammates arguing with each other and microing me.
So are you guys going to keep... Yeah.
I know I'm not going to team draft if I get the same people.
Quite sure we can win 9-0, but against my opponents, I got lens screwed both games.
Of course. I'm
Oh.
guessing it's Danny, right?
I got lens screwed against Danny. I needed the 4th land, couldn't get it. Moradi game 1 had 1-2 lands, never drew a 3rd, 4th.
What
Oh,
the fuck?
okay.
And Danny is dancing behind like a moron,
yeah.
but it's okay. We probably could have gone 9-0. I think our decks
Yeah,
were okay.
What the hell did you guys draw? Oh, goodness.
It's the teamwork, so like there's a lot of screaming, there's a lot of disagreement.
There was a lot of
Yeah.
screaming.
Oh, man.
There was a lot of yelling.
There was a lot of yelling, a lot of
Oh,
screaming.
yeah, you were here for the draft, right? Okay, we'll talk about the draft.
I
in a
feel
while.
like the poor kid in a dysfunctional family. That's exactly what all the team drafts went. Like,
But this set, right, the card not to draw, the card not to pass is this card called Overcome.
oh yeah.
Because, man, that card is crazy. The minute you cast it, you're likely to just...
It's
like,
+2/+2 with trample
Yeah.
to everything.
So it's like Overrun,
Okay.
except worse.
Okay.
Except it's still good. Except it's just crazy bonkers good. Like, this card is just insane because the minute you cast it, right, you're building the deck around that Overcome. And yesterday, who was it? Was it Brian? I think Brian Kong. His deck, his first pick was Overcome, and then his next two picks were the 2-mana bear that you can what do you call it?
Oh,
You can exert, gets +1/+1, then can't be blocked by two.
Ronus the Stalwart.
Ronus
Oh, that- the
Stalwart.
card's so
Oh
good.
my gosh.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is
Fun-
a very good first three picks.
Funnily enough, that was I had to overcome as my first pick in the same draft.
Oh
Uh,
goodness.
He actually Brian sat 2 seats away from me and completely cut me out of colors.
Oh.
But I still ended up blue green, and Overcome won me 2 out of 6 games that I played. So.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Overcome is just a crazy powerful card.
Fantastic.
And this, even in, this is the one, these are the few cards that I think if you open up in limited, in sealed, or in draft, like you should be really happy. to
yeah,
just,
it's like the
pick
trial
this
of
up.
solidarity.
We were discussing, so I think before the show, was it you and me? We were
No, I was
discussing.
here. Was it quite late? I think it was
uh,
Cass.
No, I wasn't.
No, it wasn't Cass. I was discussing with I think I was talking to Wilson. Like, would you pick Overcome over Scarab God?
It's like asking if I would pick Gideon over trial of solidarity.
No, you pick the Trial of Solidarity. We settled this. Discussion. You always pick the Trial of Solidarity
I picked
because
Scarab
you
God.
You pick the Scarab God.
I'll probably pick the Scarab God because I like big shiny things. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
I'm a massive
The
Timmy.
orange. We came. I think we almost came to a conclusion where, like, you pick the Overcome because Scarab God, like, you lay the Scarab God.
Okay.
You're not gonna win that turn.
Okay.
But Overcome, you build a deck such that things have to go horribly
So
wrong
wait,
for you to.
what's the text? Is it instant CM?
Oh no,
Sorcery.
So sorcery, 5
Okay.
mana, two green and 3 generic.
Yeah.
You cast it. All your creatures get +2/+2 and trample. That's it.
Okay, I picked Scarab God for sure.
I guess the thing with Overcome is also somewhat situational. It's very good as a surprise if you've already been chipping away at your opponent, but it requires you to sort of have 2 or 3
You gotta
creatures
set
on
up,
board.
yeah. You gotta
Correct.
set up a bit.
And in this very removal-heavy environment, you can get sort of blown out. Well, not blown out, but I mean, I guess
it's
you
not
can
gonna
get
work in your favor all the time. Right?
exactly because they can probably do instant speed removal on your creatures, and then all of a sudden you've got you're trampling with 2 instead of 3 creatures.
Yeah,
That's true.
I see it as 2 things. If you're behind the board state, Overrun does nothing because it's not instant, so you can't use it as a combat trick for blocks.
Yeah.
So you can't like suddenly turn the tides, like you do it on a
Can
block
you imagine
instead.
if it was instant speed?
Yeah. So because it's sorcery, you primarily use it only for attacks, which means
yeah.
that the minute you're behind boss state, it's never that good. So
Yeah.
you can push for lethal, but if he has enough creatures, if he has like the Orchestra's Monument making 1/1s every turn, and he can just chump your whole board and at least cover
No, it's
most
trample.
of the trample.
Yeah, it gives
but
you trample, like,
but
so-
it covers at least most of it.
Yeah,
Then
so it covers the damage leading
Yeah.
up to that turn
so
that you're gonna kill
if,
your
if
opponent.
the 1/1s you can probably block effectively. And secondly, if this was late into the game, maybe somewhere turn 15. Top decking Overrun as compared to Scarab God, depending on the boss state, I'll pick Scarab God because its
okay,
utility is so
yeah,
much higher
The-
in any state of the game that you enjoy.
yeah, and
There was
Overrun also requires some building around. Scarab God is just,
It's just
It's
bomb
just
and
power.
sword.
Yeah, it's just powerful. We're just thinking like because the Scarab God, like the minute you cast it doesn't probably win you the game.
Yeah.
But the minute you start casting, the minute you cast Overcome, that should win you the game because
Yeah, but
like,
that
you've been
requires a
building-
game state, right?
Yeah, that requires a
Instead
game
of
state.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
Whereas Scarab God, if you just cast it straight up,
In
you're,
a vacuum,
you're
like,
going to
it's
be
definitely
pushing
not
yourself to a game state where you can win.
Yeah.
I think there's one situation where Overcome is quite good is if, let's say, you're racing against the opponent. So I had a situation where I was racing against the opponent, and he was well ahead in the race. And so he would just happily tap out and smash me. But I had Overcome in my hand from the first game, so I wanted to lull him into that sense of just constantly tapping out against me, such that once I had 3 creatures and I didn't block him, and he tapped out, I basically class Overrun and killed him. With
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
so
But I mean,
Surprise.
to
this
me,
is the Murali.
but to me that sounds like I don't know who your opponent is, but I would play around Overrun because, like we discuss often on the show enough, we
Yeah, you
always
gotta
have to
play
think
around the
about the one card that will
files.
kill you on that spot. And if your opponent attacks you and it wasn't for lethal, then tapping out for everything to attack seems like in itself the wrong move to make.
Yeah, but
Well-
he was about you know.
If you're like one
difference-
turn away to kill your
Yeah.
opponent, like I think you would.
Like
right?
if the difference between attacking now and not attacking everything but still killing him within the next turn, you would play the safer route because Overrun is a sorcery. So you have to, I mean, hindsight is always 20/20. So it feels like he shouldn't have attacked everything because that will open up for like Overrun lethal on
Sure, no,
himself.
absolutely. But I think that he felt confident because the
didn't
life
see it
difference was
as
like
well.
A didn't see it. B, the life difference was about 8 life.
Okay.
I was lower than him by 8. And the third thing was that I had a nasty little unsummon for him. So he
Ooh.
swung with everything, cast a creature, I unsummoned it, and then
and then
just
just
kill
it.
yeah, and even then, like even if you're trying to play around the overcome, right? If your opponent does swing in the next turn with an overcome,
Okay.
like you've got to block,
Yeah, yeah.
and you're going to lose creatures.
But-
I know you can block such that you're going to be trading off creatures here and there, but like you're going to be losing creatures.
But it's okay. I mean, it's a new format. It's just something to watch out for. Like
oh yeah,
overcommitment without lethal is always bad, right?
Yeah.
Like that just means that you didn't. The player didn't make the most optimal choice because one he couldn't kill, second he would die on the backswing if there was X Y Z answers.
yeah,
So yeah, but it's fortunate. It worked out in your favor.
yeah.
So speaking about, you were saying how in certain board states it might be good. For example, if you have, let's say, a board stall, and then you overrun, you can break through a board stall.
Yeah.
Speaking about cards that are fantastic in a board stall, but completely innocuous when you don't see it, is the River Hoopo. So it's
River
one
what?
green, one blue.
Oh,
It's
the blue-green
It's a
one?
bird. It's a 1/3 flying. You tap 5 mana,
Gain 2 life.
and you gain 2 life, and you draw a card.
Oh yeah.
I have not-
Absolutely
It's a
bonkers.
good
It
lineage
won
card
me
as well.
like 3 or 4 dirtly games. I dirtled until the cows came home. It drove me nuts to play that kind of deck. But it just destroyed the game.
I have not seen this card at all.
It's uncommon. It's uncommon.
It's an uncommon.
I've really not seen this card.
Have you not seen it before?
I don't know. I played 4 pots. I think.
Okay, what's that one card in BFZ, the blue black 1/1 death touch thing?
Oh yeah, the Fathom Feeder. Yeah,
Yeah, this is the same thing, but
except it's
slightly better.
yeah, it's 1/3 flying.
Yeah.
Oh
Good
man!
EH card.
So 5 mana, gain 2 life, draw. Oh my god!
I mean, the life gain just keeps you alive while you draw cards, which is
yeah, and
fantastic.
it's a great blocker. It's like 1/3 flying. I think.
Yeah, it's a 2-drop.
Yeah, if you ever needed to trade with a lot of the creatures, a lot of the flyers now are like 2/1 flyers or like 2/2. You're definitely going to be blocking in the air with that. Oh, not bad. I haven't seen that card at all. So yeah, let's talk about like cards that we like to see during sealed or draft, like in the limited format. There's besides the removal. So which removal do you think is bad?
Bad
That's-
removal.
Yeah. I think there's the red color removal, the one that puts the
Blur of
-1/-1 counter.
Blades.
Is it?
Lure of Blades.
Yeah.
Then you put the -1/-1, and then you
And then you deal 2 damage
Yeah,
to it,
that's
right?
that's
not great.
That sucks.
It's not very good.
That's really
But taking out one space of your card inside your deck, it doesn't
just
actually really
minus
kill
one.
anything.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there is a lot of 1 toughness creatures though. I have to say, like especially if you're playing against white, there's a lot of 1 toughness creatures.
Oh,
It's
and
not-
red.
yeah,
So you want to watch out for the Fervent Paincaster because that is a
Oh, that guy can
it
get
blows
you.
you out.
Yeah.
The 3/1 tap
yep,
to
yep.
do 1 damage to a creature, exert tap to deal 1 damage to a tap to do 1 damage to player,
player,
exert
yeah.
to deal 1 damage to a
Can you
creature.
also talk about Earthshaker Kenra, the 2/1 haste that ETB creatures with
Oh, can't
powerless
block,
can
right?
block? Yeah, it's
No,
eternalized too.
target creature.
Target creature?
Yeah, only target creature, not the creatures.
Well, it's still good. It's a
Still
2/1
good, yeah.
haste for 2
That's true.
with eternalize.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, that card is pretty good. But like, removal wise, you know, this. Oh my god, there's so much good removal. That red creature, what's it called? The one that enters the battlefield if you control.
Oh, what's that? The
It's a sand
Sand
something.
guy.
something, yeah, whatever.
Flame Tankavu.
Yeah, same time. Right?
Oh gosh, it's so good. 4 mana for a 3/3 and then deals 3 damage.
Oh yeah, so it's alright. It's pretty good.
It's
Sorry.
not just alright.
It swings the. Oh
That kills a
god.
3/3 flyer without investing anything. That kills a 3/3 flyer without investing anything other than mana and getting a creature. 3/3
Yeah,
body.
exactly. you lay that tap land turn 1,
Okay.
and then you cast a creature turn 2 or whatever. And then you turn 4, you cast this guy, kill whatever he
It's
had the
almost
4 drop.
certain to be good at any point in draw. Like if he attacks or you block a colossal Pete or whatever that's 5, you 3, you 2, you cast it,
And then you
kill
bang,
it.
yeah.
Like no matter at what stage, its ability and its stats is worth picking if you're playing the color. lah.
Well, I guess that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Since you put it that way.
I'd probably say for me the removal I'd rank in Hour of Devastation would be probably a Braid because of the modal
yeah,
function. So you can destroy annoying things like Oketra's Monument and Sunset Pyramid, which I'll come back to later. Then followed by Lethal Sting, the black 3 to cast.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one's, oh,
put
man,
a
that's
negative
good.
1 on your creature and destroy a creature. Followed by Puncturing Blow. I just like exiling and dealing 5. And then I probably would put Torment of Venom last because it's heavy to cast. Granted, it's instant and it makes someone else discard a card or lose 3 life.
Yeah.
But I always found like 4 mana to put a -3 on something was okay.
It's okay,
It's
yeah.
not bad, but it's not like, I mean, to have that double black, it's painful.
It goes past in this.
Yeah.
But-
Doomfall is not very good.
What's
at all. Doomfall is the one 3 mana that target opponent exiles a creature he or she controls, and then the other one is that they show you a hand and you exile a card from your
4
hand.
mana, choose 1.
3 mana, 3 mana.
3 mana,
3 mana, choose 1. I like the you cast it and then you take a card from his hand. I don't like the cast it and after you have to exile a creature because that's tough. That's hard to do. That's really very hard to do.
I think it's underrated. I think that I agree with you. The hand thing was really great. When I used the hand thing, where you take something out, you really wreck people.
Yeah.
But-
Thoughtseize at 3 mana is still good.
If you play it, you better make sure you have other removals so that they can have only 1 creature left, and then you can make them exile that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Another one that I like, well, Ambuscade we talked about earlier. Ambuscade is really good.
What's the exact text on Ambuscade?
It gets +1/+0. Target creature you control gets +1/+0. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target
Oh, so
creature.
it's not even a fight.
It's not a
just
fight.
There's no
deal
fight.
damage.
You just bang, die.
And it's an instant.
It works with what's that 2 mana Bitterblade Warrior?
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Death
Yeah,
touch.
yeah,
so
yeah.
It gets death touch and after that bang, something big dies. So pretty sweet. I like that card a lot.
So when you trigger the exit on the Bitterblade Warrior, you can immediately use Ambuscade afterwards, or you have to wait for your opponent to pass priority.
You should wait until blocks are declared, and then once the guy stops blocking, then after that you can cast. Well, but once you declare, then immediately you gotta cast Ambuscade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you have priority before you pass it over to your opponent.
Okay.
Another card that I didn't get to try out was Obelisk Spider. Did you guys?
Oh,
it's
no,
great.
I didn't open
It's
that.
fantastic. I got to play it. This is not one of the pods where I won all my games. I went, I think, 1-2. But when I got it on the field, it just stopped everyone from coming near me with flyers.
It's so good, right?
Very
Just
good.
Block. It gives a -1/-1 counter.
For each damage
for
it
each
deals.
damage, yeah. So it's a 1/4. It's just slow, relax. But the second ability is whenever you put one or more -1/-1 counters on a creature,
Okay.
you drain your opponent for 1. And you gain 1 life.
Oh, that is pretty good.
It's good.
Yes, pretty good.
Works in that Nest of Scarab strategy, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the spider is one of those things that really benefits from a pump or a cartouche on it because
Oh,
obviously
yeah,
it's going
yeah.
to start adding.
Oh, yeah,
-1
yeah,
counters. The other creature that really benefits from a cartouche is Dream Stealer.
What's Dream?
So I was.
man,
so
that's
you-
a rare. That's so hard to.
That's
hard
true.
to-
That's
yeah.
true. So I mean, you talk about cards that are exciting. Pairing a pump spell, an unexpected pump spell on Dream Stealer is backbreaking because once it hits an opponent and it does, let's say, X damage, the opponent has to discard X cards. I remember dropping a guy, like, I basically hit him twice and his hand was gone by turn
Wait, so it's
4,
like Abyssal
5.
Hypnotic Scepter?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
even
steroids
it's
as well.
even better than Hypnotic Spectre.
Oh man.
Because it hits you and then like you discard that many cards equal to the amount of damage.
Wait, what's the stat on it?
It's a 1/2. It's a 1/2 menace for 3 mana. It's not
Oh,
rare.
that's not bad actually.
Yeah, that's not so bad.
It also eternalizes for 6 as well. So you can bring it back as a 4/4 with Menace.
3 mana for 1/2 menace, not so good. But
But the
yeah,
effect's pretty good.
yeah, the effects are good.
It's very relevant. Early game, you disrupt their hand. Late game, it's a 4/4 Menace creature.
Whoa. Okay. So, any other cards that we wanna highlight?
They're
No,
exciting, but they're not. I'm not excited.
Yeah,
for this.
you guys see the article? You guys see the article where the EV is like really bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Saffron. So this is the weirdest part. Like the article was written by Saffron Olive, by the way, and Saffron Olive is the minute Saffron Olive touches a card, right, it turns into gold. So yeah.
He's great. His production values are good, and he actually wins at least half of his janky builds.
But he keeps such bad hands. He always keeps the worst hand, and then he just blames the deck. Like,
think-
I didn't draw.
But to be fair, even though Saffron Olive is probably undoubtedly a great player and great mechanically, I wouldn't say all his investments are right, because there is certain manipulations in the market, like, oh hey, Just Messenger hasn't been sold in a while. Let's just talk about it and let me play a janky deck with it.
No, but that's
Shoots up to
his-
$6.
No, but that's his job. He's he is there to sell cards. He makes videos to
But
sell cards.
Arguably, whether a card is good and is going to be worth that price is always determined by the market.
The market
itself.
forces, yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So, like,
Well,
you
Saffron
know,
Olive is a market force.
He's a biased market force where he's able to give prices instead of being a price taker.
yeah.
But
Whether it takes into effect is a totally different story.
seems to be really effective though.
That's because Stars. That's only because Star City is the place where we judge prices and unquestioningly take prices from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
This is primarily why.
But he
it's
works for
effective
MTG Goldfish, you know, right?
Yeah, but I'm sure that if you're like one of the four,
He's a- yeah,
if
you
you're
gotta
in an
follow
if
each
you're in an
other.
oligopoly and everybody says let's just sell York Ox for like $20 each.
What? Okay.
Nobody's
And then-
I think there's a limit to that.
Yeah, but it's to the extent that they can all simultaneously raise prices, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we're on the topic, like, what do you guys think about the
EV?
Okay, we talked about the EV. The EV is bad, right?
Card set is exciting. EV is horrible. Yep.
Yeah. It is pretty
I
bad.
think the limited. I don't know about the draft. We're going to draft later, right? How was the draft? How did you find the draft? Was it good?
First draft, so it's hard to say. I did notice that signals was all sort of haywire all over the table because I think people are still getting used to the colors.
Yeah.
What I will say is that it doesn't feel as natural and quick as Amonkhet. Amonkhet, you had small creatures, it was pretty aggressive still in Amonkhet, especially with the exert mechanic. There's still exert here, but I just kind of feel like creatures are big enough and have fat enough backsides that it can become a stall very quickly.
Oh yeah.
And so the draft is, I don't know, I felt like I didn't have a strong deck, but somehow I still ended up doing all right. And I think that's just down to the fact that there's various ways to play it, and Dirtling is actually okay and playable here because you can actually stop aggro in the draft.
I like that now you say like Dirtling is okay, because if you ask Kinging, Jake, the tall scraggly guy, he only plays if you sit next to him in draft, right, and you draft blue and control, you are just going to screw his draft over because he never plays anything else except control and blue. So yeah, for you to say like, oh, now it's okay to dirtle. Like,
Well, I mean, I don't like playing blue, so
Yeah.
I prefer more aggro decks or more removal decks, more efficient stuff that can kill you on curve. But it kind of feels like, I mean, I was forced to go into blue yesterday. It's actually not a bad color to go.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have a couple of good beaters, but you also have a lot of dirtily 1/4s and big things that can sort of unsummon is in blue. There's a lot of good Templar plays in blue.
yeah, but I feel like blue doesn't have the, I feel like blue just, unless you've got like a lot of bombs or like a lot of threats, like blue is just.
Oh, there's no
a
threats in
lot-
blue. Don't get me wrong. There's literally no threats except for maybe aerial guide, which is
Aerial
very
Guide is good,
efficient.
yeah.
Well, they're the gods, I guess.
But that's why you play a second or third color, right? Blue is there to basically slow the game down, and I think Unsummon is fantastic against cartouches and
Yeah,
especially in a
Unsummon,
heavy
especially for one
removal
blue.
heavy environment.
Anyway, so let's get back onto topic. Like the EV, I think I agree with Kat. I definitely agree with you. Like,
Limited is exciting.
Cool too, yeah.
It's fun. It's going to change constructed for standard, even though the next PBDQ season is going to be modern.
yeah,
But the overall value of the set is just
it feels bad.
the common saying that if you haven't heard by now is if the Nicol Bolas in a Planeswalker deck is the fourth most expensive card, this
In the
card-
Planeswalker deck.
Yeah, in the Planeswalker deck, and if you open it up alone and you put it against the set, it's the fourth most expensive card.
Yeah, it's kind of
The
bad.
set is not doing well.
Yeah.
It's also not a bad thing, though. I mean, I know we bitch a little bit about EV, but at least your cards don't cost much to buy, right?
No, as in the EV becomes skewed because, like, okay, I think the set example that we'll probably use is Fate Reforged, where Monastery Mentor, Ugin the Spirit Dragon, and Soulfire Grandmasters were the only 3 cards you wanted in that whole set.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
everything else was dirt cheap, but those 3 cards were insanely
Insanely
priced.
expensive,
I see
like
what
Dragon
you
Maze, Dragon Maze before they reprinted
Voice of Resurgence.
Voice of Resurgence, and now a box of Dragon Maze is like dirt cheap
Yeah.
because you can get Voice of Resurgence somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
So it's bad for the new players who want to explore into like Nicol Bolas, because instead of
Yeah.
paying like maybe $25
Now
for
you
Nicol
gotta
Bolas,
pay
you gotta
like,
pay
yeah.
like $40 because everything
Exactly.
else is just so low in value.
they're gonna the money's gonna go somewhere eventually. We have talked about this a lot of times on other episodes. Eventually market forces will sort itself out. The money has to go somewhere. The box has to cost $125.
Yeah.
Your expected value from in Singapore, the expected value has to hit the price of the box. Otherwise, people are not going to buy it.
Alright, but the
And-
question here is it worse than Amonkhet?
Is it worse? What?
Is the EV worse than Amonkhet? Because Amonkhet was pretty bad too.
Yes, I think this is
Yeah,
worse than Amonkhet because even the invocations
Okay.
in Amonkhet,
Yeah.
they were pretty good.
Oh, I guess, but
Force of Will, Force of Will.
there's Thoughtseize here.
Yeah,
Not Force of Will. It's not a Thoughtseize is not a Force of Will, by the way.
Yeah.
It's
Thoughtseize is
nowhere
just
close in
Thoughtseize.
price point.
Oh, I guess.
So
Thoughtseize is just Thoughtseize, man.
it's at least like 3 times the price, like 350. Like you're looking at Thoughtseize for like 120,
Yeah,
somewhere along those lines.
not even close, man.
Yeah, no, Damnation is like 100. Damnation is a close price to like Thoughtseize, and that's like. I don't think there's much left in that.
Damnation
EV.
reprint we got.
I'm sure. Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not putting my hopes up on any value cards. Foil, what's that?
But the foils for this set will be incredibly expensive because there's a lot of good foil cards
Yeah.
in the set.
Oh, really?
Like the bird that Jacob was talking about.
Yeah,
I think
that's
the foil will
EDH.
be definitely EDH playable.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
dwarves are
Okay.
EDH playable. Nicol Bolas foil is. You don't even have to play EDH to want it.
I think Claim to Fame. I'm not a modern
Oh,
player,
yeah,
but
yeah, no,
I
Claim to
hear-
Fame, yeah. That's
to
the
Fame?
that's the one that I was trying to say. It's the one black mana that you bring
Oh, right. The
Bring
one,
the-
the
Yeah,
black
yeah.
and red, right?
reanimate target Death Shadow,
Okay, so
and then two red and colorless.
So I'm gonna give the same explanation I had to Danny. There's a reason why Surgical Extraction is 25 US now.
Yeah.
And when you kill the first Death Shadow without path, he's going to Surgical Extract your creature, and you'll never without
ever see it
yeah.
again.
Because yes, you do get the surprise attack, and
Yeah.
against the Mirror Death Shadow, it does seem like a good thing because you don't need Teemo Battle Rage to push him down to kill him on that turn.
Okay.
But against any other deck, you will almost certainly need Teemo Battle Rage with the combination of that split card
yeah.
to get in range of a kill. Because you need Trample.
Even then, it's not even it's not even a kill confirm
Yeah,
because if we just mentioned Surgical Extraction,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Surgical Extraction, you pay 2 life. You don't even need mana up. You don't even have a Cement
Yeah,
Spirit
it's
Guide.
like the target on the stack just
Lol,
bye.
gotcha.
See ya.
Like
so
really, this
you're,
is
and
scary.
then in the Death Shadow deck, your next best target is Grixis is like Gurmag Angler. Then you have like Tarmogoyf, but
Yeah,
they,
but Gurmag
they,
Angler
they
can
in
be-
itself don't ever make the kill.
That's why
You
Yeah.
need in that sense, except for the mirror like Death Shadow kind of game, you almost certainly need the Team of Battle Rage, but you can definitely hang on to a few of them. I think they will make for some amount of money in the far future.
Well, foil claim the fame, and
Yeah.
just like normal claim the fame, I think they'll be, they should be somewhere in the range of, they should be somewhere in the range of, what do you call it, Fatal Push.
Oh yeah.
You opened it, right?
Yeah, I was lucky I opened a foil Claim to Fame.
Oh,
Nice.
whoa, how much is it?
I-
Oh wow.
No, I think it's worth 15, but
You got
Yeah,
any
definitely.
bites for it?
not yet.
I think a good
Bites.
addition
Just
to
wait,
EDH
just
as
wait.
well. So definitely the foil will have at least maybe
Oh yeah, for sure.
75% additional value or
There's gonna
like
be
100.
even more, dude.
But honestly, until the day Surgical Extraction is removed or
Death Shadow gets banned.
Relic, Relic of Progenitors, Lay Down the Void, rest in peace. This card has the same issue with all decks that need Graveyard in Modern, but it's definitely a very powerful card. And I will sell that thing right now if you need.
Oh, I'm selling it now, yeah.
Sell that.
Holy crap! No,
sell it
you-
like a hotcake.
dude, you cast it after you can get back your Snapcaster Mage and then cast it again.
What?
Wow. Wow. Okay. Dude, for two black mana, you get two Snapcaster Mages.
I
But it's
think
not instant.
I've played a lot
It's
of
not
decks.
instant, yeah, but it's okay.
I played a lot of decks that need graveyard, and when
Yeah,
they start
sometimes it
use
kinda
with
sucks,
Rest
yeah.
in Peace, and then you look at a card, you just like,
Life gets a bit harder. All right. Okay. So any closing thoughts about this set and our pre-release experience? I thought I'm going to start. Like I thought pre-release was fantastic.
I'll buy 8 Bontos last World Reckoning thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just buy.
okay.
I'll just buy the nonsense out of that card.
I think the cards are good actually. Like they are strong, but the value is low for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't think the value the cards are strong.
Really?
When you have a 2 mana guy that gives somebody plus X equal to the power of the dude.
Okay, so few of them are strong. Not some of them. Few of them.
Yeah.
A braid is strong.
I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
pity is that even though this set looks interesting in a constructed format, that the upcoming season is going to be
It's
modern.
Oh yeah.
So we won't see a lot of deck innovation till the actual proto itself.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
but
love to see that.
who cares? It's modern season.
Exactly.
I think so I'm more of a sealed limited player, and I think it's a great set, good fun.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I think it's fun.
Oh wait, Jacob. Speaking of limited, want to join my limited team for next?
maybe I'm more of a lone wolf, but I can be bought. I can be
Yeah.
bought.
You can be bought.
Yeah, I can
No,
be
you
bought.
should be the mercenary.
Mercenary
the mer-
prices.
You can be like Matthew. Matthew play on like 3 different teams.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
that's just a man
slot.
slut. That's just what we call it. But there's
I
one.
just want to play draft.
There's just quickly. There was one archetype that I just wanted to mention because it completely surprised the heck out of me.
Okay.
What?
I played against this deck and I lost, and it was really good. It was white efficient eternalized creatures.
Wait, why what?
Efficient white eternalizing creatures.
Okay.
So there's this guy called Sunscourge Champion, where it's 3 to cast and you gain life according to
Equal
its
to the
power.
Oh yeah.
But then when it dies, it eternalizes for only 4. So
Wait,
for
oh,
4
wow.
mana, it comes in and you gain 4 life.
Wait, what's the rarity on this?
uncommon.
Oh wow.
It's uncommon. It's
Not
so
very
good.
okay.
So you have that. You have this bird, which is common, 5 to cast, 3/3, gain 3 life. And I played.
yeah.
I played against basically someone who kept gaining so much life that even if I tried to hit her, she would just gain a lot of life.
And then just hit you back, right?
She also had a sunset pyramid, which helped her draw and scry. So that's
Oh.
actually a viable strategy. Like having life gain in limited actually works as long as you pair it with like good artifacts like sunset pyramid as well as Orchestra's monument, which gets you board
Yeah.
advantage.
Man, can you imagine if you had what's that? The crested sunmare. That
Oh,
horse.
oh,
that-
yeah,
oh,
exactly.
oh, man.
man.
Ah,
So this
Oh,
this deck
so
this deck beat a deck with a glory bringer. So just saying. It's,
Oh wow! Oh, glory bringer
Glory
and,
bringer.
and all be all right.
well, it
okay.
loses to hour of devastation. So
True.
then again, doesn't everything?
Yeah. All right. Okay, we're gonna wrap up the show. We're gonna hopefully get the draft after this.
Oh, you want to draft?
Yeah, we're gonna draft.
Oh,
Wanna
okay.
Wanna
Yeah.
draft?
Yeah. Do it. There's probably no spot. I think it's all taken.
Yeah.
no one's here yet, so we should
You
just
can
draft.
play a
Yeah, we
10-man,
can just-
12-man.
And we can just like open packs.
Nah, it's okay. I need to meet someone
No,
at like
no,
9.
we can't. We actually can't open packs.
You can.
We're like
You
drafting
can-
with like
You
spare
can
packs.
play you can buy the Planeswalker deck and get 2 packs at a time. I've seen it happen. You laugh now, but I've seen it. I have seen it.
I know, yeah, I know. So I know Joshua was doing it. the other day. All right, okay, we're gonna go. Thanks for listening. Remember, you can catch new episodes of the Power 9 Podcast at power9podcast.com, mtgcast.com, as well as on iTunes. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and you can find us on Twitter at Power 9 Podcast.
The 9 is a number 9.
Very nice. I like our new mixer.
Is it?
Really?
Everything sounds clear. When you guys listen back to the episode, I know you're the
There's no
listener. I don't really. Yeah, there's no sound. Which Alfian put it very, very aptly.
Simply.
Yeah. What else? Yeah, you can find Alfian at on Twitter at.
Description YN.
You can find myself at The Asian Judge. And you can find us online on Twitter, not Twitter, Twitch, twitch.tv/
Grey Ogre
The Asian Judge, twitch.tv/ Grey Ogre Games. Yeah, every Tuesday and Wednesday nights. we're
Oh,
streaming.
and Sunday.
And Sunday now. Yeah, this coming Sunday there'll be PPTQ.
Oh yeah, are you gonna play?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Of
cool.
course. And we're gonna
I've been waiting for modern season for since last year. WMCQ. So
Man.
yes, I'm gonna play.
You're
Yeah.
sad. You're very, very sad.
I'm not gonna play standard.
That's depressing.
Play draft with me. Play draft
Yeah,
with me.
play draft, man. All right, play team draft. Thanks for listening. So we'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.
Catch you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Ciao.